My name is Lance Jackson. I'm from Randolph, Massachusetts, and the name of the song we'll be talking about is called Strolling. This dude named Zeke produced it. Never met the guy, but we just established a relationship on SoundCloud. I ran into his beats, and then I took one, made a song to it, sent it back to him. He was like, "Yo, I fuck with this." Like, and that's kind of how we started getting our relationship going. And eventually, Strolling, he put the beat up, and then yeah, that's how that went. And so that's how Strolling came along, and that's how he produced it.
The other one exists, 2019. Yeah, I told myself
In this song, I actually started messing with my voice a little bit. Can I swear? Oh yeah. So in this one, I started messing with my voice a little bit and like started rapping in a deeper voice. Some shorty was like, yo, how come you never rap in your voice?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You always rap in like a higher tone voice in some of your songs." And so with that one, I was conscious of that, and so I rapped in a deeper voice. And most of my music's retrospective, so it stayed like that in that lane. But it was more so just how I delivered it changed. So that's what's different with that one.
I'm getting grown, but I'm feeling old, but I'm on.
Definitely being an entrepreneur. Like I'm an artist first, so like taking care of the business side of it, that's like the tedious, like extra stuff that you don't want to do, but it's the necessary evils. Especially starting off independent, you don't really have a team behind you. So whatever you can do on your own, at first, it's what's gonna take you to the next step or the next level.
I gotta rap cause I got.
Um, I spend a lot of time on the music. As of recently, I spent a little bit more time with the selling of it and just packaging it, making sure that it's getting out there to whoever it needs to get out there to. But like I'd say it's for me it's like 70-30, 70 music and then 30% handling the business.
Let you say how you felt, and now I gotta deal with.
Um, right now, there's no specific, no order. This dude named Maxo, not Maxo Cream, just his Maxo. He's fire. Um, Saba, he's fire. Luke Bars, a friend of mine, he's out from Brockton. He's fire. He just dropped a tape, Good Evil. What's that? Three, four. Rojo is fire. He's a producer, makes amazing beats. Um, he's out from Lexington, Massachusetts. And then for a fifth, uh, for a fifth, say like Smino.
Strawberry in the park.
I'd feature on a remix to Strolling. I'd have. I think I'd have. I don't know who I'd have on it. I really don't. I don't think this song, mm, like, can have a remix. Just on some like it's mad like retrospective and like real personal. That like having a remix on it just seemed weird. You know what I'm saying? So
19, yeah, I told myself I'd be consistent with eating healthy.
man, life was just throwing some bullshit at me one day. I was just in the car and then I went through the beat. I heard the beat and then after, like, kind of, I was just going through some stuff and like I just was really just going through my head of just what was bothering me. And so like, Young Gunna No Host Needed, The Slow Light is a Golden Beacon. I'm shooting for the stars, but I don't want to be him. I was just thinking about like just what it meant to be an artist and like how people kind of view you like after you become an artist, kind of like you're not so much a human and stuff like that. And I just kind of wanted to reiterate that like at the end of the day, like I'm still just a person, like that's just like you. And so like certain lines like that, just going through those thoughts and just seeing how other people's treated, how other artists are treated, once they are considered like an artist or popping or whatever.
Strawberry in the park.
Ah, so Yeah, you know, I feel like they're viewed as products first, and then they're viewed as people once people start to really digest the product. You know, like certain, for example, like one of my favorite artists is Isaiah Rashad. So when I listen to Isaiah Rashad, you know, at first, like you're like, oh, I like these beats, or like whenever you sometimes listen to music, you're like, I like these beats. But when you really tap into what he's saying and what he's about, you start to see him as a person versus just seeing him as, you know, just like a song. And so yeah, it's both.
If we still be talking, I still got my old phone with your contact on it.
I say my favorite verse is the second one, just because like that one gets real. I'm talking about this one shorty that I used to deal with, and so like things kind of went left with that, and I was able to really write down how I felt, like without me really knowing how I felt. And so once I wrote it down and I went through it, it was just like, man, this is mad real. So it kind of was like a therapy for me. Both verses are, but that one specifically, it kind of just helped me get over a hump of how I felt, and so that's my favorite verse on that song. I love watching movies. I get ideas from movies. One of my favorite movies is The Matrix. You know, so like I'll like if I'm making music or whatever, I'll watch movies with the sound off. Movies in general, that take a hike or something, look at what's going around. Anything that I can like visually see, and like any ideas that I can like see that aren't mine, I can kind of start to feel inspired off that, especially, you know, visual things like nature, you know, machines, just random shit. Foods, especially. I'm a fat person at heart, so like food inspires me a lot.
Apart, the two ain't know the other one exists. 2019.
I absolutely believe so. Boston can be as big as anything as long as Boston believes it can be, and the individuals in it. And so it's all about just working together, you know what I'm saying? Just being aware of what's going on around you, and, you know, giving credit where credit's due, like to anybody, pride aside, egos aside. Boston can be as big as it wants.
Yeah, I miss days before niggas had a social, when niggas had their own opinions.
The pros of being an artist in a big city is that there's a lot of people that can listen to your music. You have a lot more people that can tap in with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot more people. But the hard part of it is that there's a lot of artists in the city. So it's just like, you know, it's like, who do we tap into? You know, so it's competition, but you have the ears. But it's just, damn, you gotta compete technically, I guess, with a bunch of other people. When, yeah. I got an album on the way. You know, because of this whole epidemic, this thing might get pushed back further than I want to, but that's what we're working on. I'm working on with my man Lucas Bywin, working with Rojo, just working with some good people. So you can expect some content, but like the album's gonna drop on the heads once this shit's over. So yeah.
Please just be honest, but now I feel like being honest was exactly the problem. Your pride wouldn't let you say how you felt, and now I gotta deal with losing you. In turn, I had to deal with myself.